This is not a car video, but I am not going to. I'm probably going to be reversing a mod I did on my Fostex TH-X00. So before I do that, I like to make a video so that I don't have to do this again. So essentially, I have two Fostex TH-X00s. They're both mahoganies. So this one still has everything, it's completely stock. Still got the stock pads. Wow, it gets grainy when you go far away. There's the stock pads. You can see it over here. Stock pads. This one has ZMF Eikon pads. I don't know, I like modifying, so these are pretty worn in. Been probably 2 or 3 years at least. And I roll the cups. You can see it's pretty easy to do. There's like 4 little screws that go into them. I'm doing this video partially because no one's really done a video yet about this modification. It's all a lot of hearsay, and I think I'm going to be dispelling any myths for myself. Myths? I don't know how do you say that. I can't do videos well. Yeah, so I'm gonna be trying them out on a little diagram thingy over there. So yeah. So the first one is gonna be, hold on, let me try to make this fair. I am gonna be getting let me pull the stock pads. Oh damn, alright, sorry. So these are the stock pads. They're vegan leather. They have the adapter there, and they have an attenuation ring. It's just to, like, I guess, help with the treble and the, oh wait, it's also help with the punchiness of the bass. Without it, I can't tell, but they say that it gets a bit boomy. I do feel that sometimes, but I'm not sure. But yeah, these are stock pads. These are ZMF Eikon. Let me pull them off. So these are the ZMF Eikon pads I have right now. They're really old actually, so there's some wear and tear. But yeah, they're really old now. I've been running them for a long time, and they're pretty plush. As you can see over here, I made my own 3D printed adapters. You can see over here, and I made my own paper attenuation ring because I did feel like the bass was a bit boomy. I did change the amount, and I don't know if I'm just feeling it or I'm just like making up shit in my head, but it does feel a bit better. And I mean, they're completely different from, well, they're not supposed to be different anyways, but yeah, anyways, these are the stock ones. That's how the adapter looks. And the attenuation pad is stitched onto the mesh, so they're kind of hard to remove. That's why you want to make your own. But I think you can use these same adapters. But I didn't want to ruin a clean version. I am right now going to be using these pads first. I'm going to see with these pads, is there like, how did, with the, oh wait, sorry. I'll cut this thing out. Anyways, I want to see the difference between having cups and no cups as the only mod first, obviously. So everything else is controlled except for the cups. Let me put them on. So there you have it. I got stock plushy pads, stock pads from for both of these Fostex. So let me try them out. So that's how they fit on your head. Yeah. Okay, so having tried this, I would say that these headphones I think I remember when I was running my modifications, the bass didn't hit as hard, as punchy. It was a bit more bloated sounding. I'm gonna confirm this now, but definitely this one's a lot more punchy with the bass and a lot more forward than I remember these headphones being. Um, it's not like uncomfortable at all in any way, but you definitely don't feel something, I don't know, like surrounded by the music. You kind of just feel like you're monitoring it a bit. It's a bit of more of a monitoring experience. There's much more detail present. That's something that I do miss. But let me just confirm this. I'm gonna be trying out, well, actually in a bit, because I can't confirm it exactly. I'm not gonna be using the pads yet, these boys yet, the icons. I'm gonna be trying it with the stock pads. I'm gonna see what did this mod do. I was gonna make a comment, but you can see right away it is a lot lighter. It feels a lot lighter. I can hear a lot of air and noise. Yeah, I felt like I needed to make that comment. Yeah. Alright, well, first of all, look at how weird it sits. Because the cups are not in the way anymore, literally you can just bend inwards. I kind of like the look. Anyways, so my observance is that with the cups only involved, these cups involved only, like involving these cups only, the removal of these cups causes the sound to be airy, as you would expect, and as you would probably not expect. The bass is a fair bit stronger, but again, as you would expect, it's muddied. The bass gets a lot, not punchier, overwhelming. It's more of a club experience. Yeah, that's what I could say about it. It feels a lot muddier. It bleeds into a lot of the what I say. Yeah, it just bleeds everywhere. It's bleeding into the mids and the highs. I don't know how to use these terms, but it's a lot punchier. So if you wanted to feel like you're in a club, I'd suggest removing the pads. I said not pads, the cups. I suggest removing the cups if you want to think that you're in a club. I don't think it would even matter what pads you had on them. The lack of the cup really brings out the bass in these biocellulose diaphragms, I guess that's what you call them. The bass gets way heavier, and I think what the cups are doing is giving you the mids and the highs, because without them, some songs like anything from Peripheral Visions by Turnover would kind of sound recessed. A lot of the song sounds recessed. I think I was right. I think what I felt was right. It's a lot more recessed. All the highs are a lot less there. This is much less of a monitoring experience. This is a lot more of a what's it like to be in a club experience. But you might want, or not. Probably not anymore. Okay, I'm trying out the stock headphones again, just to get reaccustomed to the sound that the stock makes, and then I'll get back to you with icon pads and how do they affect the sound. I am going to be using my attenuation rings because I'm very lazy to remove them. They're not much. They're just pieces of paper. I don't know if they do anything. I might do a separate video. I don't know. Probably not. I just like them. I don't know why. Okay, I did another listening session to get accustomed to the sound, and well, I think I'll do this again, but I can definitely confirm that yeah, the mids are back, the highs are back, everything's back. I prefer this. I prefer the cups on. Like, don't remove the cups. The cups are definitely helping, at least with the stock pads. Let me think. Yeah, I mean, I'm not writing notes. I'm just spewing it as I go. So I listened to the same songs by turning over, and I noticed like I enjoyed it more because I could hear what he was saying. I tried "Oh Tomorrow" by Arthur Sharp, and I picked up some details I didn't pick up without the pads. Without the cups. For sure. Definitely. But if you're wondering what do my attenuation rings look like, they look like that. I'm not using these because they're heavy. I don't know if I mentioned this, but once again, I'm using pieces of slightly thick paper as attenuation rings. I had long ago 3D printed some attenuation rings and they were very heavy, so I ditched them because my neck started to hurt. I'm very not Chad neck, so yeah, it just hurt and I couldn't tell what was the difference. So I had them removed, and eventually I wanted to try paper because it's lighter and I don't know, I wondered about the materials as well. Anyways, okay, so shit, I got them off. Wait, yeah, they're on right. Are they on right? I can't tell. 1 second. Okay, I've got the Eikon pads on, the ZMF Eikon pads, and as you can see, there's a lot more width off of my head. They bring the drivers quite further away from my ears, and they're quite big. I do feel like I'm in a big chamber of some sort. There's no airiness anymore, as you would get from removing one of these. It feels enclosed, but in a big area. This is before I listen to any music, so just give me a second. Okay, this is what I say. This is my favorite setup still. This was, maybe I might change the attenuation rings, maybe, you know, add another layer to them, but this is my favorite sound. It doesn't sound like a big large club. It sounds like you're in a pretty nice small room and pretty intimate situation with the music, but not too close. I felt like the stock ones were too close, and the bass was really punchy, but it had no, I guess the word is soundstage. It wasn't like surrounding you, it wasn't just hitting you from all directions, but yeah, but it was very punchy. This is a bit of a in the middle. It's not as punchy, but it's everywhere. It's present everywhere, but it's not like muddied out like without the pads, without the cups. Why do I keep saying that? Without the cups, it sounds muddied. It sounds like you're in a big electro hall when you're listening to electronic music, and clearly, you do need the cups if you're gonna listen to anything but the bass. Everything comes much more forward. Yeah, it's undeniable now, at least for me, that with the cups you get the mids, you get the highs, you get all that stuff. If you wanted to just listen to the most bass heavy music and pretend like you're drunk in a club, again, I'm saying club again, in a disco, whatever, you should remove your cups. And you would definitely feel like you're there, because the bass gets way bigger, louder all around you, and it's not as punchy anymore. It's just going at it, shit's just vibrating. Anyways, yeah, that's my take on that. I'm gonna be doing another stock listen to compare it. Then I will be doing, for the finale, I will be doing these guys, but I'm going to be putting on well, not mine, but the ZMF Eikon pads with the custom-made attenuation rings. Okay, so in my opinion, as I'm trying these on, these are the most confusing mess in terms of feeling. I feel like I'm in a room and I'm not in a room at the same time. But that should be expected, given the fact that it's kind of like a tunnel that just goes outwards. So let me just give it a run. Okay, I can tell you now that this is not a great setup. this is a very bass heavy setup, and even though I can swear I did not change the volume whatsoever during this whole process, there's way more volume. It's just way louder. It's quite loud. It's not piercing because you don't get any of the highs, you don't get any of the mids. It's all bass. In fact, there's so much bass that in some recordings I was able to hear like pretty microscopically, like certain tracks like by Phoebe Bridgers, I can hear like the low level little crinkling. I don't know. There's something in their mixing. I don't know. I heard it and I was like, wait, what? I never heard that before. Yeah, it's just very, very. It's like a microphone into the bass, and you're really neglecting everything else. If I was gonna have to go open back, I think I would prefer with the stock pads. This is a bit weird. It goes around your ear, then outside, and that makes me feel like, I don't know, it feels like there's a lot of detail missing. Yeah, but they sit nicely though. I mean, you know, the pads like kind of meet together nicely. It's quite pretty looking. Okay, so I gave another listen just as a baseline. Yeah, it completely confirms it. This is not my choice of a mod. This is definitely not it. I think I'll just take on with the where are my Eikon pads? Oh my god. Oh right, they're still on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with these pads, and I'm really putting back the cups on. They're quite shiny and they look nice, and I think it makes sense. You can see ZMF, like they use biocellulose, and I don't see them going completely open back. They do have something to kind of push back against. I don't think biocellulose diaphragms, I mean, if that is what it is, I don't think they do great on their own. I don't think they can do great as an open back. I think they need something to push against to get out the mids and the highs. With no pushback, I think it's just not a great thing. So I'm going to be putting the pads, the cups back on, and have that big room feel again. Actually, as a bonus, I'll remove the pads as well and just, you know, see how it feels. It'd be kind of funny. So first impressions is that they really confirm well to your head. Just kidding. Yeah, they don't have much width or height. My ears are directly pressed against the speakers, so I'll set the volume at a bit low. I mean, this is just for fun. So, they don't quite sit well on this IKEA headstand. They look kind of funny, pretty cool looking. And if I raise the volume just temporarily, hold on, let me just get the volume a bit. If I get a second to it, I don't think I'm just not gonna go famous. See. It's like a speaker. Anyways, yeah, that was all of it. And my conclusion is, don't bother moving the cups unless you want to do it for fun, but honestly, you're not gonna gain much. These are definitely not designed for open back. I don't know, I've never owned an open back, by the way, but I don't think I would if they sound like this. Yeah, and the rig that I'm running is a Field K5 attached to an X3 Mark II. Yeah, because I accidentally bought an X5 instead of bought an X5 Pro, and then I ended up wanting a DAC anyways, and then I was like, well, I want to plug it into the thing. I don't know, it's a whole mess. Removing the cups was a bit of a risky business. It took me like an hour or two to do it. I'm not very skilled, so yeah, if you're not skilled and do not like bass, then don't remove the cups, clearly.